Have you ever felt like life has turned into a dull routine, leaving you questioning if it's too late to rediscover passion, energy, and pleasure? Imagine waking up each day feeling vibrant, confident, and deeply connected to yourself and your desires. The truth is, your best days are not behind you. They are waiting to be unlocked. Today, we are about to reveal powerful secrets that can reignite your drive, restore vitality, and transform your health and intimacy. If you're watching this video, comment OK below, and let's get started. One man, once trapped in the monotony of everyday life, proved that change is always possible. Let's call him Victor. For years, Victor's life had become predictable. Wake up, eat, work, and sleep. His energy was depleted, his passion for life had faded, and his body felt like it was betraying him. He had accepted that this was just how life worked, that decline was inevitable. But one unexpected encounter changed everything. One afternoon, as Victor took his usual sluggish walk through the park, he met a woman named Naomi. She was the embodiment of vitality. Her movements fluid, her energy magnetic. There was something about the way she carried herself, as if life itself danced with her every step. When their eyes met, Victor felt something awaken within him, a spark he thought had long been extinguished. Naomi smiled and said, "Have you ever realized how small habits can completely transform your life? It's never too late to start over." Her words echoed in his mind like a forgotten melody. Could it be true? Could small changes truly bring back the man he once was? The man full of energy, excitement, and passion. That night, Victor lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, replaying Naomi's words in his mind. He thought about the man he used to be, the things that once excited him, the zest for life he had lost along the way. He wondered, what if she was right? What if the change he needed wasn't some massive overhaul, but rather a series of small steps? Determined to find out, he decided that tomorrow would be different. It would be the first step towards reclaiming himself. Moving on, let's talk about how Victor took his first step toward transformation. The next morning, he made one simple change: his diet. He replaced processed, nutrient-lacking meals with whole, energizing foods rich in natural aphrodisiacs. At first, it felt like a small, almost insignificant change. But by the third day, something shifted. He woke up feeling lighter. His usual sluggishness wasn't as overpowering. Within a week, he noticed an increase in his energy levels. His mind was clearer, and he wasn't as exhausted by midday. His confidence began to rise. I believe you're enjoying this video. Before we continue, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video. Comment wonderful if you're enjoying this transformation journey. The next step was movement. Naomi invited Victor for a walk. Walking isn't just about fitness, she explained. It releases endorphins, boosts circulation, and enhances sensual energy. It connects you with your body, making you more aware of what it needs. At first, every step felt foreign, as if his body was waking up from a long hibernation. But soon, Victor began to appreciate the sensation of his muscles awakening. He noticed the crispness of the air, the way his heart pumped stronger, the way his body responded. It became a ritual, a daily reminder that he was moving forward, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally as well. With every walk, he felt more connected to his body and unexpectedly to his desires. One evening, Naomi said something that stuck with him. The body and mind are deeply connected. When you take care of your body, your mind follows. And when you align both, you awaken something even deeper, your passion. That night, for the first time in years, Victor felt hopeful. As his energy returned, Victor's confidence followed. He began to explore relaxation techniques, deep breathing, meditation, and mindfulness. He learned that stress was a silent killer of passion and vitality. Your mind and body must be in harmony, Naomi told him. When you ease tension, you create space for pleasure. When you create space for pleasure, you invite fulfillment. At first, it was difficult. Victor had spent years in a constant state of stress. But slowly, he began to experience moments of clarity, of peace. He noticed his thoughts becoming more positive, his outlook shifting. Let's discuss how Victor's transformation extended into his intimate life. With his body rejuvenated and his mind clear, his connection with his partner deepened. He started noticing things he had overlooked before: the softness of a touch, the warmth of a gaze. Simple touches became electric, conversations more meaningful, and his overall performance improved naturally. Passion isn't about age. It's about energy and mindset, Naomi reminded him. Victor started seeing himself in a new light. He wasn't just a man growing older. He was a man rediscovering himself. And that made all the difference. But transformation isn't without challenges. Doubt crept in. "What if it's too late?" Victor asked. Naomi responded firmly. "Too late only happens when you stop trying. As long as you have breath, you have time to change." Her unwavering belief in him became his motivation. There were days he wanted to give up. Days he thought, "This is pointless." But every time doubt whispered in his ear, he reminded himself why he started. As Victor embraced his new lifestyle, his relationships flourished. His partner noticed the change, his renewed energy, confidence, and deep presence. The connection they shared became stronger than ever. His transformation wasn't just physical. It was emotional, mental, and deeply intimate. The way you care for yourself is the way you show up for the people you love, Naomi had once told him. And she was right. Victor had learned that transformation isn't about reaching a destination. It's about committing to a journey, and he had never felt more alive. Victor soon realized that true transformation was about consistency. Change wasn't just about making a few adjustments. It was about sustaining them. He began to journal his progress, tracking his emotions, his physical energy, and his desires. He noted how different foods affected his mood, how exercise made him feel more alive, and how rest helped him feel more connected to his body. Naomi encouraged him to keep learning. She introduced him to new practices, like yoga and stretching, that enhanced his flexibility and circulation. "A strong body creates a strong mind," she reminded him. And Victor found himself embracing these new habits with enthusiasm. He also started sharing his journey with others. Friends began to notice the change in him, asking what he was doing differently. And instead of keeping it to himself, Victor shared his experience, inspiring those around him to make their own changes. His journey wasn't just transforming his own life. It was inspiring others to do the same. As Victor's transformation continued, he began to notice changes beyond just his energy levels and confidence. He felt a deep sense of purpose emerging, something he hadn't experienced in years. He no longer just wanted to improve himself. He wanted to help others do the same. Inspired by Naomi's guidance, Victor started reading about holistic health, natural vitality boosters, and ways to maintain peak performance at any age. The more he learned, the more he wanted to share. He realized that so many people were just like him, stuck in routines, unaware that change was within their reach. One day, Naomi suggested something unexpected. "Why don't you start a group? A place where people can come together, support each other, and learn how to transform their lives, just like you did." Victor hesitated. "Me? Lead a group? I don't know if I'm ready for that." Naomi smiled knowingly. "You've already been leading by example. Now it's time to take it further." And so, with Naomi's encouragement, Victor did something he never thought he would. He started hosting weekly meetups in the same park where his journey had begun. At first, only a few people showed up. But as word spread, more and more people joined. Men and women of all ages, eager to reclaim their own vitality. Victor had found his purpose. And with each meeting, he knew one thing for certain. His journey was only just beginning. Victor's transformation was no longer just about himself. It was about inspiring others. With Naomi's encouragement, he continued leading weekly meetups, but something unexpected happened. People began opening up about their own struggles. Some had lost their sense of purpose. Others were dealing with low energy and relationship troubles. They saw in Victor a reflection of their own battles and a hope that they too could change. As the community grew, Victor noticed how powerful human connection was. "We aren't meant to do this alone," he said to Naomi one evening. "When we support each other, transformation becomes easier." The group introduced new activities, guided meditation sessions, partner exercises, and even discussions about emotional health. Naomi led sessions on mindful living, and Victor shared his own experiences of overcoming self-doubt. One evening, an elderly man named Richard spoke up. "I thought my time had passed, that I had to just accept my fate. But seeing Victor transform, I realized I still have time. I still have life in me." Victor felt a deep sense of fulfillment. His journey wasn't just changing his life, it was changing the lives of those around him. He realized that true strength wasn't just about personal growth, but about lifting others as well. And so, the movement continued to grow, fueled by the desire to help more people discover the energy, passion, and confidence they thought they had lost. Victor had come a long way, but he wasn't done yet. He realized that true confidence wasn't just about how he looked or how much energy he had. It was about how he felt within himself. Naomi introduced him to new challenges. "Now that you've regained your energy and passion," she said, "it's time to step out of your comfort zone. Try something you've never done before." Victor hesitated. "Like what?" "Something that makes you feel alive," Naomi said. "Something that excites you." And so, for the first time in years, Victor did something spontaneous. He took a dance class. At first, he felt awkward, out of place. But as the music played and he let himself go, he felt a rush of joy he hadn't experienced in years. He laughed. He moved. He felt free. It wasn't just about dancing. It was about allowing himself to enjoy life again, to let go of the rigid routines that had once trapped him and embrace the unpredictable joy of the present moment. After class, Naomi smiled. "See, confidence isn't about how others see you. It's about how you see yourself. And tonight, you saw yourself as someone who can do anything." Victor nodded. "I think I'm finally starting to believe it." And with that, he realized that his transformation was no longer just about regaining what he had lost. It was about discovering who he was truly meant to be. Victor had come so far, yet he knew there was one last challenge he needed to overcome: his fear of vulnerability. For years, he had shielded himself, afraid of opening up, of being truly seen. Even though he had transformed physically and emotionally, there was still a part of him that hesitated when it came to expressing his true thoughts and desires. Naomi noticed this and gently encouraged him. Growth isn't just about the body or the mind. It's about the heart too. True confidence means allowing yourself to be seen without fear. One evening, Victor decided to take the final step. He sat down with his partner and spoke honestly about his journey, his fears, and his newfound confidence. He expressed the emotions he had long kept buried. To his surprise, his partner responded with understanding and admiration. "I've seen you change before my eyes, but hearing you speak your truth, this is the most powerful transformation yet." In that moment, Victor felt lighter than ever before. He realized that true strength wasn't about never having fears or doubts. It was about facing them head-on. He had not only transformed his body and mind, but his relationships and his ability to truly connect with others. As he sat with Naomi and his partner, he smiled. "I feel free. For the first time in years, I feel truly free." And with that, Victor knew his journey was no longer about reclaiming his past. It was about embracing his future, fully and without fear. Victor had not only reclaimed his energy and confidence, but he had also embraced an entirely new way of living. His days were now filled with purpose, joy, and a deep appreciation for the small yet profound moments in life. With Naomi's encouragement, he began exploring new hobbies and passions. He took up yoga, something he had once dismissed as a practice for the younger generation. To his surprise, he found it invigorating, helping him maintain his newfound flexibility and mental clarity. He also started mentoring others in the community, sharing his journey with those who felt stuck in their own routines. "If I can do it, so can you," he often told them. One day, he stood in front of a small group of men and women who had joined his wellness circle. "Transformation isn't about a single change," he said. "It's about a commitment to yourself, to making small choices every day that lead to a bigger, better life." The crowd listened attentively, inspired by his story. Many had already started their own transformations, and Victor felt immense pride seeing them flourish. As the sun set over the park where his journey had begun, Victor took a deep breath and smiled. He had come so far from the man he used to be. He was living proof that it was never too late to start over, to embrace change, and to rediscover the vibrant, passionate life that had always been within reach. And so, with every step forward, he continued to grow, to inspire, and to live fully, one choice at a time. Victor's transformation had created a ripple effect that extended beyond his immediate community. People who had joined his wellness circle began to share their own stories of change, inspiring others in their lives to take action. One evening, as Victor hosted a session in the park, he was surprised to see Richard, the elderly man who had once felt hopeless, return with a group of his friends. "Victor," Richard said, his eyes sparkling, "I told my friends about what you're doing here. They want to be part of this journey too." Victor felt a swell of pride and gratitude. "Welcome. The more, the merrier. Each of you has your own story, and together, we can create something beautiful." With each new face that joined, the energy in the group intensified. They shared laughter, struggles, and triumphs, building a tapestry of connections that transcended age and background. Victor realized that by empowering others, he was also strengthening his own journey. One day, as they gathered in the park, Naomi suggested they host a community event. "Let's open this up to everyone in the city. We can offer workshops, classes, and talks on health and wellness. Imagine the lives we could touch." Victor was exhilarated. They began planning, pooling their resources and talents. The event quickly grew into a full-fledged wellness festival, featuring local vendors, fitness classes, and speakers who shared their journeys of transformation. As the festival day approached, Victor felt a mix of excitement and nerves. Would they be able to reach people who needed this message of hope? On the day of the festival, the park was buzzing with energy. People of all ages gathered, drawn by the promise of renewal. Victor took the stage, his heart racing. "Welcome, everyone. Today isn't just about fitness or nutrition. It's about reclaiming your life. Each of you has the power to change your story. You are not alone, and it's never too late to start your own journey." The crowd erupted into applause, and Victor felt an electric charge in the air. As he looked out at the faces illuminated by hope, he knew this was just the beginning. With the success of the festival, Victor's life took on an unexpected turn. Media outlets began to notice his efforts, and soon he was invited to share his story on local television. Nervous but excited, Victor prepared for the interview. As he sat across from the host, he shared his journey, the struggles, and the triumphs. He spoke passionately about the importance of community and connection. Transformation isn't just about oneself. It's about lifting each other up, he emphasized. Together, we can create a wave of change. As the interview aired, Victor received an outpouring of messages from viewers. People were reaching out, sharing their own stories of feeling stuck and wanting to change. One message stood out. A woman named Clara, who had been a single mother battling depression. "Your story inspired me to take a step forward. I want to join your community," she wrote. Victor felt compelled to respond. He invited Clara to the next wellness circle, and when she arrived, he could see the weight she carried. But as she participated in the activities, he watched her gradually shed her fears and insecurities. Clara soon became a pivotal member of the group, sharing her insights and encouraging others. Victor realized that by welcoming vulnerability and authenticity, they were creating a safe space for everyone to thrive. As the months rolled on, Victor's community flourished, but he knew there was still work to be done. He felt a deep calling to expand their reach beyond just local efforts. With Naomi's guidance, they decided to create a digital platform where people from around the world could access resources, share their journeys, and connect. They launched a website that featured blogs, webinars, and online support groups. Victor felt a sense of urgency as they prepared for the launch. On launch day, Victor stood in front of a camera, ready to share the news with the world. Today, we're not just launching a website, we're igniting a movement where every person can reclaim their passion, energy, and purpose. As he shared his story, the website went live. Almost instantly, messages and registrations flooded in from people across the globe. Victor felt overwhelmed with gratitude. They had created something that transcended borders, a global community of transformation. Months later, they hosted their first online summit, bringing together speakers, experts, and community members to share their insights. Victor sat on the panel, surrounded by people whose lives had been changed through their collective efforts. As he looked out at the virtual audience, he saw faces filled with hope, excitement, and determination. In that moment, he realized that his journey had come full circle. From a man trapped in monotony to a leader inspiring thousands, he had not only transformed his life, but had also sparked a revolution. Victor concluded the summit with a powerful message. Change is a choice we make every day. Let's continue to support each other, to lift each other up, and to live fully, passionately, and vibrantly. Because together, there are no limits to what we can achieve. As the screen faded to black, the comments flooded in, filled with gratitude and inspiration. Victor smiled, knowing that this was just the beginning of an extraordinary journey. A journey fueled by passion, community, and the relentless pursuit of a vibrant life.